Hello and welcome to Today at World Tag League. Alright, today, the last 3 days of World Tag League, I had another period of inactivity because of ridiculously long work days. But I've got 3 shows watched today in the last 2 days. So let's just take you back to Sunday, and the 3rd of December, Tag 11, Night 11. Callum Newman defeated Shon Makoto in 3 minutes and 33 seconds on the pre-show. Bad Luck Fale, Jack Bonds and Taiji Shimura defeated just 5 guys, Dookie, Taichi and Yui Uemura. Atlantis Junior, Sorano Junior and Tiger Mask defeated Guerrillas of Destiny, El Fantasmo, Hikuleo and Jado. Master Wato, Minoru Suzuki and Yuji Nakata defeated Bishimon, Hiroki Goto, Yoshihashi and Tomoyaki Honma. Los Ignorables de Japón, Bushi, Shingo Takagi and Yota Tsuji, as well as Zandokan Jr., with Tetsuya Naito, defeated Monster Source, Alex Zane, Lance Archer, Asuka Lube and Raisuke Taguchi. Now in the championship matches, United Empire, Great Okan and Henare, accompanied by Callum Newman, defeated Gates of Agony, Bishop Khan and Teo Leona. This was an interesting one. It went for a very long time. 16 minutes and 18 seconds is a very long time for an opening match. And there was a big standoff between Henare and Toa Leone, who are both Islanders, and there was a thing going on there. I'm not sure what Leone's heritage is. He's from California, but obviously he's not Californian of heritage. He's got an Islanders heritage, a Polynesian heritage, if you will. Which obviously there were some hackers that were thrown around. It was an interesting little match. Not great, but it was an interesting little match. Tomohiro Ishii, Toru Yano, and the Chaos team defeated Keita Kiyomiya and Yaya Uemura in 13 minutes and 47 seconds. This was a lot better match. In fact, just goes to show what a great team Yano and Ishii are. Thoroughly enjoyed this. They had a big tournament, really. They had one more match to go in this particular show when we're talking about them, but they were really on it, and they, Yano gets a lot of stick, but when he's tagging with Ishii and when he's tagging with Tanahashi, he's another wrestler who just brings things out that he needs to bring out, and it was a awesome watch. And Kiyomiya and Ryo were right there with them, but they just couldn't get the job done. So there we go. Bullet Club War Dogs, Alex Coughlin and Gabe Kidd get to 8 points by defeating Evil-O by House of Torture. Evil, Yujiro Takahashi with Dick Togo and Yoshinobu Kanemaru. They needed some help from Jado with a sledgehammer in the alleyways to get the job done. But Alex Coughlin and Gabe Kidd were steamrolling this tournament, and they were really after it, and it was a lot of fun to watch them. More in this match as they were the baby faces, really, this particular match. So it was a lot more fun to watch them kind of destroy the long-time issues of House of Torture. But House of Torture will have their day. The Mighty O'Neill, Miyake Nichols and Shane Haste get to 10 points and defeated Ren Narita and Shota Umino, putting them pretty much out of the tournament. They only had one match left. This took 20 minutes, but it was a landslide of a match. This was really worth it. Really put over the fact that Ren Narita and Shota Umino are the rising stars of the company, but they can't beat the organised tag team, who had a couple of hiccups along the way in this particular tournament, but finally get to 10 points and looked favourites to win the block at this stage. However, on Monday, Master Wato defeated Katsuyori Mishima in 5 minutes and 3 seconds. Sho and Yoshinobu Kanemaru defeated Lij, Bushi and Shingo Takagi in 8 minutes and 3 seconds. Gates of Agony, Bishop Khan, Teo Leona, along with Oleg Bolton, defeated Keita Kiyomiya, Asuka Lube and Raihu Owa in 6 minutes and 17 seconds. United Empire, Callum Newman, Great Okan and Henare defeated Tomohiro Ishii, Toru Yano and Tomoyaki Honma. House of Torture. Dick Team Go, Evil and Yujiro Takahashi defeated Ren Narita, Raisuke Taguchi and Shota Umino. Bullet Club, Alex Coughlin, Gabe Kidd and Taiji Shimura defeated the Mighty Don't Kneel, Kosei Fujita, Mikey Nichols and Shane Haste. And then on to the tournament matches. Rogue Army, Bad Luck Fale and Jack Bonza got to 4 points by defeating just 5 guys, Taichi and Yui Uemura, who were on 8 points. That's important, because there's lots of teams on 8 points. Can't stress enough, 8 points is good. And if they stay there, they'll be fine. Well, they need a win on the last night, really. That'd be intriguing to see what happens. But they have looked utterly bored stiff through this entire tournament, except when they were wrestling to the Suzuki and Nagara. Other than that, looked like they bored the pants off of each other. This was no different, and that's probably the reason why they lost. It was alright. Not terrible. It was alright. Guerrillas of Destiny, El Fantasma and Hikuleo had a bit of a lucha match with Atlantis Jr. and Severano Jr. Kind of all friends together having a bit of a match pull around. And 16 minutes and 20 seconds. Kind of like your Ultimate High Spot match. They won it with that big Frog Splash Phantasmo does off of Hikuleo's shoulders. Super thingy 92, whatever it is. It was good, yes. Hiroki Goto and Yoshihashi defeated Minoru Suzuki and Yuji Nagata in the first match, where Yuji Nagata and Minoru Suzuki kind of worked together a lot more smoothly. And Minoru Suzuki saved Yuji Nagata at one point. But Bishamon kind of got back on the train, and they're doing their usual tournament thing of leaving it to the last couple of matches to get enough points together to get to a semi-final. 11 minutes and 42 seconds. It was really good. And Minoru Suzuki and Yuji Nagata have kind of been most valuable players of this particular tournament, I think. I mean, I'm a big fan of both of them, but they've told more story than a lot of the teams have in this, and I've really enjoyed that. Like Yota Tsuji and Sandokan Jr. have been good together, but they haven't told a story. It's just been them coexisting and hoping they don't lose. And they didn't lose here. They managed to defeat Monster Sauce, Alex Zane and Arch Archer in 13 minutes and 16 seconds. Bit sloppy, but it was a good match. There was some great stuff from Monster Sauce. They've been awesome. And they're on 8 points in this tournament too, even though they lost here. So going into the final day, you have Uemura and Taichi on 8 points. You have Gorillas of Destiny, Phantasmo and Hikuleo on 8 points. You have Grishimon, Hiroki Goto and Yoshihashi on 7 points. And Monster Sauce on 8 points, who all have chances of going through to the final. But the last night of Block Action in Block A began with Oscar Lube defeating Shoma Kato, not Shota Umino. I've got him on the brain for reasons we'll explain in a second. Bad Luck Fale, Jack Bonza and Taiji Shimura defeated Minoru Suzuki, Ryosuke Taguchi and Yuji Nagata. Los Ignorables Hode Happon, Bushi, Shingo Takagi and Yota Tsuji, along with Zandokan Jr. defeated Atlantis, Soberano Jr., Tiger Mask and Tomoyaki Honma. Master Wato and Monster Sauce, Alex Zane and Lance Archer defeated Gorillas of Destiny, El Phantasmo, Hikuleo and Jado. Bishamon, Hiroki Goto, Kazukichi Okada, making his first appearance on this tour, and Hiroshi Tanahashi defeated just 5 guys, Duki Sanada, Taichi, and Yue Uemura. In the tournament matches itself, House of Torture, Evil, and Yujiro Takahashi defeated Ren Narita and Shota Umino in 9 minutes and 38 seconds. And the reason why they lost was because Ren Narita turned on Shota Umino and gave up halfway through the match, and Evil and Takahashi finished the job. Narita and Shota Umino were then separated. They are no longer part of a team. They are not in, and I'm assuming that Umino was left strong style. Desperado looked absolutely crestfallen, so we don't know what's going on there. I'm sure things will become clear. Gates of Agni, Bishop Khan and Teo Leone defeated Keita Kiyomiya and Rei Owa for the bottom of the block matches. I'm surprised Kiyomiya hasn't done better than this, but then he's got Iowa with him, and he's a young boy, so he's going to lose a lot, and that's that, really. United Empire, who have had a lackluster tournament, it has to be said, got one more win over Chaos, Tomohiro Ishii and Toru Yano to knock them out of the tournament, which essentially left the last two teams going for the block win. And it was Bullet Club War Dogs, Alex Coughlin and Gabe Kidd against Mighty Don't Kneel. TMDK were essentially cheated out of the win by Coughlin and Kidd. But to be fair to Coughlin and Kidd, they've worked bloody hard in this tournament, and they've looked like superstars. And if you get War Dogs against Bishamon at Wrestle Kingdom, I would not be disappointed. I don't think Bishamon are going to win this tournament. I didn't think they were going to win last year's tournaments either. Bear that in mind. And they would probably take them on as fighting champions, but they might want the best match, which is Mighty Don't Kneel. So we'll see what happens there. But Coughlin and Kidd up against Mikey Nichols and Shane Haste, absolutely. We'll see what goes on there. So they will be going for the matches tomorrow. Will be the last block matches are tomorrow, I think. Let me go to the event statistics. Events. So we've got how many more nights left on this tour? It's a little surprising number of nights left on this tour. So tomorrow's the 7th. That's the last block night. So I'll have that as a show tomorrow night when I've watched it. Semi-finals are on Friday, and then the final is on Sunday. So we'll have a final show on Sunday. It might be a show unto itself. It might be a Troopany show. Probably just a review. And I will watch the whole show on that particular event because I tend to give you a full rundown of that particular show. But for now, I've got you caught up. So this has been today at World Tag League. My name's James Troopany. You can find me at ShowFlyingStar on Twitter, ShowFlyingStarTX on Instagram, and ShowFlyingStar on Mastodon. You can also find the show Troopany Show on Twitter and on Troopany Show on Twitter and Troopany Show on Instagram, The Troopany Show on Patreon and on Facebook. And also we're on Discord. You can find us at the Trooping Show Podcast.